Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am your host, Chantel Sierra Kim, coming to you again for another collective communication as we are talking about boundaries and growth. Setting personal and professional boundaries are essential for personal growth. It protects your energy, it helps you build self-respect, and it creates space for healthy relationships. What say you? We're going to tap in on this day number 204, I believe. 204 days of going live, and we're just tapping into the energy to see what's inside of this boundaries and growth. Why boundaries matter? It protects your energy. We are always giving so much out, so being able to protect our energy is very, very important. It helps us to stop being burnt out by limiting beliefs or by limiting us from the tasks that we have to do when we are overstepping our boundaries or not overstepping our boundaries. It helps us to build confidence. It also clarifies the roles within relationships, situationships, and partnerships. It's very, very important to have healthy boundaries in all situations, in all relationships. So we're going to tap into the universal energy of the day and see what it has to say about boundaries. Knowing your limits and knowing when to say no and knowing when to be consistent is all a part of that healthy boundary setting. So we are going to tap into our tarot. There's two cards that popped out upside down. The first one is learning from our past, understanding that sometimes the way that we were brought up helps us to determine where we may need to put more boundaries in place. Getting clear about what it is we desire from our relationships and knowing when those relationships are overstepping. Getting clear, getting focused so that you know what to expect. Okay? We'll continue. I normally do 7 cards here, so that's 2. We'll get a couple of more. I hope you all are doing well this rising. I decided to come on here a little early. I have a busy day ahead, wanting to be useful with my time. All right. Taking a different perspective. This is the Hangman. Oh, it goes like this. The Hangman. How are you looking at life? How are you looking at the way that you show up in life, in your relationships? Are you honoring the new perspective and your own knowingness? Knowing when things feel right, knowing when things are in alignment, knowing when things are supporting your growth and your expansion, and getting clear about those things, okay? Boundaries help us grow. And it also allows us to balance the energy as we go. This is finding harmony in the equilibrium of life. Knowing that sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but everything is always working for your expansion, for your growth, for your embodiment. And understanding that when you're in partnership, it should be an equal feeling of the cups. Both parties getting something out of what is being created, what is being shared. Are you pouring in, and are you allowing other people to pour into you? Boundaries is also a part of giving and receiving, and knowing that the more you set clear boundaries of what it is you're willing to receive, what it is you're willing to give, you see it all come together so beautifully, and both parties are basically supported. All right. And the last card out is the Ten of Pentacles. When you live in a space of balance and harmony, when you live in a place of honoring your boundaries, standing up for yourself, living unapologetically, while also supporting others in that space, getting clear about what that looks like to get this best life now, you have to use your knowing. You have to go into that heart space. That knowing card is right in the middle, the High Priestess. But we're going to tap into this message all together and get a quick message of how does boundaries and growth work together. Sometimes I know for me, having clear boundaries of how I show up also supports others in showing up, because sometimes we, especially me, have learned to give and give and give and give and give and not be able to be in a space to receive. So in that space, I have learned to show up in clarity, knowing that, okay, what I give, I should also be open to receive. And this is where the Ten of Pentacles shows up. So we're going to learn from our past. We're going to learn the lessons of how we've shown up and how others have shown up, or how others have not shown up or overstepped, and get clear about what comes next. How do you truly communicate what you know about what you want to have, what you want to do, and what you want to be? And sometimes you have to begin to see it from a different perspective. And putting boundaries in place helps you to do just that. Knowing that all the answers are within you. You have what it takes to do, to be, and to have the life you are looking for. But you have to bring it into harmony. You have to bring an equilibrium into the game. You have to begin to say, you know what? It is worth me saying no. It is worth me showing up unapologetically. It is worth me doing the things that feel good to support me in filling others up as I fill my own cup. And this is truly about being true to yourself. Being transparent, being honest, being clear about what you hope for, so that you can truly receive all that you desire. Greetings, greetings, greetings. No, I'm not. I'm here, and I remember. I'm moving through the energies of this reading, and learning to have boundaries, learning to grow in the spaces of where I go. I see a question in the chat. We will tap into that shortly. Let's go into our soul's journey. Our soul's journey, and see what it has to say about boundaries and growth. I hope you all are doing well this rising, knowing that everything is happening exactly how it should. But as we grow, we have to truly understand that we have to use perseverance in the process. We have to be consistently holding the expectation of what it is we desire. It says, I know that I can do whatever I put my mind to, knowing that you are able to do what you need to do, to hold your boundaries, to speak your truth in love, without denying yourself, okay? By showing up in a space of wealth, abundance, prosperity. This is what it says. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. In a space of gratitude, being thankful for all the opportunities that you get to speak your truth, to give to others, to hold your boundaries and show up unapologetically no matter what. This says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. What opportunities are being presented? What opportunities? I hear you, Peter. I see you. I see you. I hear you. And I remember. I am just living my best life over here. And we are going to connect. So continue to hold the vibration. Be the vibration, okay? Be the vibration of all that you desire, and it will surely come to you. In that space of gratitude, we're going to tap into the secrets of the ancestors, tapping into this ancestral medicine to give us a message of what it means to utilize our boundaries in this space of growth and expansion. Understanding that everyone has boundaries. Oh, a few of them turned face over in the deck, so we will take those. And the first one says ancestral forces, and it says completion. Sometimes you just got to let it go and show up unapologetically in the flow as you begin to explore all that is available in this experience called life. This is what they're saying. You have to get out of the place of denial. You have to come into the energy of being grateful that you can show up unapologetically, that you can truly continue to persevere to get the outcomes that you desire. It is truly up to you to set your boundaries and stand firm in them, and then also see how those boundaries help you to grow. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to grow, we're here to glow, and we're here to flow. So we're going to read from the book, The Ancestral Medicine, from these cards, the Ancestral Force, the Patriarch, and the Explorer. So the first one is number 21. And it says, the Ancestral Declaration. I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. We all have infinite potential, and it is so important that we move in the direction that feels good. When things begin to feel a little off, it's time for you to reevaluate, set boundaries, and move in the direction that supports what you truly desire. In a space of let me finish this. The Ancestral Medicine says, allow yourself to be more vulnerable with the people in your inner circle. If you don't have people you can be open with, consider allowing more people in. Consider allowing more people in. This is what we do. When we set boundaries and people come in, we still have to honor our boundaries. We still have to show up unapologetically as it comes forth. And we still have to do what we have been sent to do. So unapologetically, number 4, it says, unapologetically, I owe no apology for walking in my purpose. I owe no apology for walking in my purpose. Understand, this ancestral medicine says, act as if you are regal. Act as if you are powerful. Act as if you are wise. This is different than fake it till you make it. You have no need to fake anything. Your arteries and bone remembers the royalty in your DNA. Understand, when you set boundaries, you can grow in the expanded experience of being royalty, hence the crown. And this is where we have to explore those things that you wish to do, be, and have, while also holding the capacity to be a reflection to others, to show them what it feels like, or what it looks like to live unapologetically, to set clear boundaries, to grow in the spaces where you need to still explore. There's so much to explore. There's so much to do. The world is our flourishing oyster, but we have to explore it. And setting boundaries provides a safe space for us to do so. This is number 33, and this number came out yesterday, I believe. Number 33, explore. It says, I am willing and open to learn and to grow. We're going to ring the bell for that, because this is what we're learning. We're learning to grow. We're learning to set boundaries. We're learning to see how those boundaries support us in the process. And it says, are you feeling ready for adventure? Where will your curiosity lead you? This is a time for us to truly move with spirit. Right now, you are in the center of attention. Traditionally, this has been a somewhat scary place to be. You may have been having the stirring of a new awakening. Get ready to awaken to the new you. The moment you set boundaries, the moment you do the things you really want to do, unapologetically, the moment you continue to persevere in the direction that you want to go, utilizing gratitude and knowing that there is no denial. That this denial card showed up and it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. Once we become aware of what we are doing, what we would like to do, where we are moving, what we would like to move, we begin to see our lives differently. And setting boundaries is a place of protection. It's not for the other person, it's for you. So you have to show up in that energy and see it through with that perseverance, being grateful for the experiences that you get to share with others as you do. So we're going to read this card because I feel like it wants to say something, and then we'll follow it by the 10 of Pentacles, and then we'll tap into our Moonology and our chakras, and then we'll close out the reading. So the 2 of Cups says, I thrive in partnerships and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. I thrive in partnerships and my soul and my heart leaps with joy when we connect. Moving into our 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles says, I am successful and I share my wealth with those I love. I share my wealth with those I love. So as we are moving into this energy of giving and receiving, showing up unapologetically, allowing things to expand and to grow, this is what we have to know. That everything you need is found within. Those partnerships, those connections, those relationships, and those commitments. And being honest with yourself in the mission. And knowing that no one can look, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. This is where you have to take permission, take authority and leadership in doing the things that you say you're going to do. Being who you say you're going to be. And showing the world truly what that means. This is where growth shows up. We're going to tap into the Moonology cards really quickly, seeing what energy as we've come out of the Aquarius, full moon last night. That was a beautiful time to expand, to release, and to let go of the things that no longer serve, okay? So here we go. There it goes. One just dropped out, or it was a couple. So it says, The full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches, followed by another Capricorn, the new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So 2 Capricorn energies coming through to support us. We're going to see how the tough cycle is ending. The end of a tough cycle is ending, so you can move into how your hard work can pay off. This is how we have to work. We have to work with what we're given, and we have to move in the direction that Spirit is leading. Understanding that everything is always working for us. Everything is always working for us. All right? The 2 cards out is Divine Wisdom and Soul Purpose. We all have a soul's purpose. We all have the opportunity to move in the direction that our soul is leading. And the moment that we do, we will receive all the wisdom, all the insight, all the things that we desire. We're going to read from the book, the affirmation for these two chakra alignment cards, and then we will close out for today. So 36, and it's 35 and 36, really 36 and 35, so it's kind of backwards, but we'll go in. Divine wisdom. I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe, and it flows through me in abundance. I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe, and it flows through me in abundance. Followed by soul healing. I open to receive deep soul healing now and embrace the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. The moment we show up in a space of honoring our boundaries, honoring our growth, we truly begin to walk in the divine wisdom that is being given. So I want you to just consider that as you go out into your day, into your week, into your workplace, into your experiences, whatever it may be, that you get to choose what and how others show up for you. And as you show up, others will show up too. And this divine partnership will continue to fill you. And this is what we do every day. I am your soul guide, coming in, speaking out, and fixing crowns in the process. So until next time, I'm sending you so much love. Peace.